Justin, the recording started.
Thank you.
I thought he might
continue,
miss it this
Brett.
time.
The recording is
Yeah.
in process.
Thank you.
Oh, Justin, the recording is in progress.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
peer
Justin,
pressure.
the recording started.
That's not what I sound like at all.
Why did that sound
Thank
like,
you,
like
Kristen.
Mickey Mouse?
Oh, it was Mickey
Recording
Mouse.
is
It was
started.
Mickey Mouse.
That was
For Neo Corporation.
both of your
Shush.
best Mickey Mouse voices. Thank you.
I don't want to be sued by Disney, please.
Oh,
No,
that's
they
fair.
can't anymore. It's not proprietary anymore.
Steamboat Willie isn't. Mickey Mouse still is.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one
damn.
Mickey Mouse isn't. That
Damn.
likeness.
Oh, retract. That was an impression of Steamboat Willie.
When you edit the show later, I want you instead of actually like don't just cut it, and then put like a very robot like insert name here instead of the name.
Oh yeah. I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. I have very limited knowledge in editing, as you can probably tell from if you listen to the podcast.
I
bleep
actively
out.
actually.
Yeah.
I know some things that happened in the podcast with Jacob, but I have actively been not listening so as not to influence my character that I made for it.
That's fair.
Fair.
Once I start getting into things and start learning things on my own, I will probably go back and listen to it. But
Yeah. And I mean, for us, Jacob did say, like, don't listen to the podcast until a certain point, and then he told us now you can listen to it.
To go
The
back.
problem was I edited like most of those. Jacob helped at that point, but then obviously we didn't edit for like a year, and then Jacob edited everything. Which, when listening to all of our recordings of everyone saying, "Oh yeah," when Justin goes to edit, because I was supposed to be the editor, it was just kind of an inside joke between him and I that every time someone says, yeah, Justin will just fix that in the edit, he's like, well, not Justin.
Yeah, well, in spirit. Justin in spirit.
Yes. Me in spirit. That's like one of our 2 or 3 inside jokes. Obviously, the recording in progress is one of them, is the main one. There's
It
that.
sure is.
There's probably more that I'm not thinking of right now. But that's neither here nor there. We actually started recording, so I should probably introduce what we're doing.
We're bad at this.
It's fine. Like, no one listens to this, it's fine. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the world of Anguis. This is our kind of side game. I did a little rundown earlier, like the last episode, of kind of what was going on, but it's been a couple weeks since we've played. Does anyone want a refresher on, like, what's going on?
Sure.
Okay. So, one second. I'm going to switch. Oh, I have to also click start session. Everyone in this game is a member of the Hunters Society. It is basically like a monster hunter guild. They do more than just hunt monsters. They're like kind of anything paranormal, it goes to the hunters. Everything that has to do with like attacks and like in farmlands and stuff like that. That's all. You usually is either taken on by, or at least like helped by the Hunter Society. There is also like guards in this town or the city. The city is named Claremont. It is it's a city on top of a mountain. It is probably one of the oldest still like functioning cities in this region of the world. The city itself is run by a Baron Duclair. I should also probably bring up my notes. I only have the map up right now. I should probably have done this before I hit record, but it is what it is. So yeah,
it's all right. Justin will just edit it. Justin will just edit this out later. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll just edit it out later. It's not going to be like a stinger of me going like, I should have done this before. So yeah, the capital. This is the capital city of a barony. The region that you're in is a barony. It is like it's situated on a mountain. It's kind of like a solo mountain removed from a mountain range that is really close by. So even like as you're walking around the city, you can probably see mountains fairly close in the distance, maybe like half a day's journey if you're walking, less than that if you've got a horse or a cart. One of the things about this world right now, at least, is that there's kind of a food shortage. The food shortage has been partially responsible for, or not responsible for, but there have been a few wars recently, and that has kind of messed up the food supply with farms being raised during the war. Then other less kind of obvious things where like the war has brought about more monsters, more creatures that feast on things that people don't want them to feast on, things like that. The Baron himself, Baron Jean Pascal. Oh, sorry, it's not Duclair. It's Delamont. I was wrong. I was wrong with my own remembering.
No, we wouldn't have noticed.
It's
Don't
fine.
worry, Justin will fix that in post.
Oh, he's gonna leave it in there because I don't know. Anyway, the Baron Jean Pascal, he has not been seen or allowed visitors into his palace in a couple weeks.
I didn't think ahead of it.
Because he's not there.
You say
Yeah,
that.
I think he's probably dead. Or like turned into a zombie or something.
Who's dead?
The Baron, the Duke, the whatever he is.
Don't mind me. I'm just going to write something down real quick.
Oh no, don't
The
do
baloney.
that. I didn't say something. I didn't say it for you to write anything down. I was just saying they haven't seen him. Something's happened to the man.
But yeah, he hasn't been seen in weeks. He was one of the only ones that you have heard of that would actually have people like the people that he's supposed to be in charge of. He would allow them to come in and like air, not grievances really, but like talk about the state of things and if there was anything that they would like him to help with. He used to do that quite often, like maybe a couple times a month. But in the past few weeks,
Yeah, see, that's an issue.
he hasn't allowed any visitors.
An issue, but not the one at hand for us right now.
No.
He went to war and was brought back in a cart, and nobody will tell us what happened.
Well, I mean, he went to war. His son led the war effort. The barony of Claremont did not start the war. They were helping out their ally. And after a while, people did see that the Baron left. So the Baron and the son have both gone.
The son too.
Yes, the son was gone with the militia. Basically, they don't have a standing army. They have a militia, and so the Baron's son, who is named Jean Charles, he went out with the militia, and about 2 weeks ago, the cart that the Baron was in with the remaining militia members who didn't die, all came in, and people didn't really see the Baron or son, but that's also because they weren't outside the cart. They were just inside the cart, people think.
Right.
But one of the rumors about that you've definitely heard of, everyone has heard of, is that it's not the the Baron that died. It's the Baron's son who died. That's what they're
grieving, or
that's what they're saying. That's the rumor right now.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's not how I feel about it.
You can feel anything you want.
Thank you.
With their consent.
I think maybe the Count and the Duke both got lost.
The Count?
No, the son.
I don't know. I'm just throwing out titles if we're all going to.
I mean, I did also start that. I said the Duke instead of the Baron. Then that was my fault.
That guy and his son.
Yep. The leader of this city/region. Anyway, so that's kind of a rundown of the world recently. If you want to know more about the city itself, I've got lots written already. And by lots, I mean at least a paragraph for each of the regions. Some of the things also included extra things to roll on for myself, just for random encounters and stuff like that. Anyway, if you have questions about the city, let me know as we're playing, and I will do my best to let you know if I think that your character would know it. Otherwise, I'll have you roll to see if you have heard of something like that.
Fair.
Would that be like a history check or a magic check?
Depending on what you're asking about. If it's about the city itself, usually it'll be a history check. Just to remember to remember what was going on.
Fair.
But yeah, as we left off, you all were in the Hunter Society. You quickly got food in what was basically the Great Hall / it's the Great Hall, but it's also like a tavern, almost not necessarily a tavern, more like a restaurant.
Yeah.
Where the head cook Elise, they were a halfling woman. She came out and took your orders, and you all had food. Unfortunately, Drillbit did not get what he craved for. He got a beer and some, I think it was olive oil.
Yeah, I wanted some 10W30.
Yeah, that's not something they have on hand.
They don't run full synthetic, apparently.
Nope.
I don't even know that would exist in this world. But
because he's talking about illegally downloading, I was just thinking this as more of a fantasy setting, so no real big technology. But
right.
I do see, because he is obviously a robot, Brett and I have talked about his character a bit, and I've got something in the works for that. And as what we talked about happens more and more, I think the technology will start to jump a little bit.
You're pronouncing it wrong. It's actually pronounced technology. It's in ancient magic, technology.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me.
I just meant I don't know if they have synthetic oil. I thought it might still be natural.
They don't have synthetic anything right now. They only have Drillbit. Okay, but yeah, you are all in. Basically, after that, you all went to the. Basically, it's like the Mark store, the Mark shop. It also has the Mark board. Marks are the jobs that you can take as members of the Hunter Society. It's kind of a play on the word Hunter's Mark.
I thought it was more like a mark, like when you're a pickpocket. But
I realized after I made the pun that it would probably sound like that, but it is just a pun on Hunter's Mark, where like a hunter, so like a ranger, a hunter will mark their enemy, and that's what they're going for. So I guess it is kind of like pickpocket, but it's less stealing from people and more hitting them from attacking them. Usually, it ends in violence.
Speaking of pickpocketing.
Yes, Drillbit. So yeah, while you were in there, a person they're like a middle-aged man came in. He had some. They looked like workers' clothes, but they were nicer. They were cleaner, and they identified themselves as one of the aides to the Baroness, basically. And they were talking with Audrey, who is the half-orc shopkeep that you had talked to a little bit. And she was basically going over, writing down the information for the mark. The noble had said, on our screen, if you haven't yet, if you are on your character and click the play game or start whatever.
Yeah.
You will.
I forgot to do that.
Put onto the map again.
Map.
That's one thing that you should know as well, because that is new for us.
Map. Let's go. Here we are.
And if you are zoomed in, you can. If you have a scroll wheel, if you're using a mouse, you can zoom out with the scroll wheel, or you can click the zoom in, zoom out buttons.
Yeah.
You gotta do. I can't do this on my phone, so you have to do this.
I am on this.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I was looking at my phone, going like, "How did I do this last time?" But I did.
Okay.
Is the answer.
So yeah, something that cannot be done on mobile. That's something to note. But yeah, the noble / butler, they talked about their mark. They were saying that basically the requester was not them; it was the Baron. The Baron was requesting an audience with some of their hunters. While the noble was talking, Drillbit came up behind this butler and successfully pickpocketed a coin pouch from behind them.
Well done.
And then quickly left and ran into the study. And that
I say, with machine-like precision.
Yes, because Vic is not able to make it. I will just quickly move Isolde out, and Isolde will come into the study to hide. But yeah. Do we want to start with Halden, Eloise, and Frank right now, or do we want to see what Drillbit's doing with the money?
How can I see the room that we're in instead of the city?
Are you not... What?
Did you click the play button beside your person on your thing? Those were not helpful descriptions at all, and I apologize.
1 second, I'm going to try it again.
Yeah, go out and come back in, because I did switch the scene.
The little play button near your name in the thing in the D&D and Beyond.
On your sheet.
Fixed it.
Yep,
I did just have to go back out and back in.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out right quick. If I click on this and then switch immediately to Claremont, are you all seeing Claremont now? The city map?
Seeing the city.
Okay. And then back to here, and you are now back in
the tavern.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. That is what I was
very good
hoping for. So yeah, that was just a weird glitch for Eloise then. But yeah, how about this? We roll, if you want to roll initiative to see who goes first.
Ooh.
I'm
Wait.
rolling. I use real dice.
Oh yeah, and so does Drillbit.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Okay, so it's not going to be Drillbit.
I got a 10.
I got a 9.
This is vastly different than I go first.
Oh,
Buckler.
we've got a 4.
I got a rock.
I got a boulder. It's a nice boulder. So yeah, I would
I think
say
that means
that Halden, Eloise, Frank, you are all
Yeah.
first.
yes. So I mean, I guess we are leaving.
Well,
Right.
yeah, you were. So the noble has just finished what they were saying, and Audrey was going to give this to you, and so she calls you guys over and basically saying, "Yeah, you can like you three, and if you can find someone else, grab them, and you can all make your way over to the castle."
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
All right.
Do we know if anyone else wants to go, or is it gonna just be us? Because that's okay. I'm okay with that.
Well, I mean, I definitely want to go with you guys, and maybe if that robot wants to come with us, and we'll have to find the other girl too.
Drillbit has now made his way over.
Drillbit just randomly walks into the room. Oh, hey, how's it going, everybody? Don't mind me. Just had to run to the robot bathroom. Which
Right, of course.
I didn't know we had those.
Of course, sir. Of course, you're right. Yep.
Technically,
Did you mean
they're
you
universal
needed an
toilets.
oil change?
had to drain the main vein, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
I'm not sure I do either.
You guys are going to be a hoot.
There's going to be hooting.
Well, if there's hooting, then I'm in.
All right, so yeah, you guys will all be able to. Jobit, when you were in the study, you had mentioned that you were counting the money. Were you stashing it? I remember something about that.
Yeah, but then you reminded me that I actually have pockets. So
Oh yeah,
yeah. I'm just gonna put them in my pocket.
Yep. You put them in your own coin pouch. Do you try to put the coin pouch back on the noble?
As I walk by, yes. I don't want him to think it disappeared.
Okay. So I will get you to roll a sleight of hand. He's still kind of distracted, so it's not going to be at disadvantage or anything.
I got a 10.
All right. So you realize as you put it back on that you definitely disturbed something, and it looks, or at least you believe that this butler person would know that you have done something. So, however you want to play that off.
I'm gonna bump into him as I try to put the coin purse back on.
Okay.
So that he just feels like I bumped into him instead of fondled his butt cheeks where I put the thing back on.
Okay.
What an awful thing to say.
So yes, you do this.
Careful, Drillbit. You walked into that fella.
Sorry, glitch.
Yeah. Well,
What a bad day to have ears.
I would normally have waited for you at the gate, but if you all are ready, we can head out now.
Well, that sounds up.
You the one
These
hiring
ladies
us?
keep saying it's going to be a hoot.
Well, basically and you actually have the mark now. Probably gave it to Eloise or Frank, one of you, to read.
Oh, don't give it to Frank.
Okay, I gave it to
Because
Eloise.
Frank can't read.
Frank can read.
Canonically, Frank is illiterate.
He's not illiterate. I have an intelligence of 10.
You are exactly average at reading.
Yeah. I'm perfectly average.
Okay.
I adequately made my charisma my dump stat and then started speaking with this voice.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Eloise, as you're reading it, it basically just says that the mark is to go to the go to the palais, the palace, and speak with the Baron. And that so the way that these marks are kind of written, it has like the requesters. Were you saying something?
Not on purpose. You're fine.
Okay. So the way that these marks are written, it's basically the mark requester's name. So the person who you're supposed to contact for this mark. So I've given a description of them just to let you know who they are, and also to help me describe them later. But that's not actually on this paper. There is a request, what the request is, so like a description of what they want, and then at the bottom is a reward, and the reward for this is 50 gold pieces per adventure, up to basically like 250 gold for this thing.
That's pretty good.
So if you had 5 people, you would get 250. If you had 6 people, you would get 250. If you had 4 people, you'd get 200. That sort of thing.
And we have Halden, Drillbit, Eloise, and Frank.
Yeah, you have
so 4.
4 right now.
Okay.
Are we allowed to add more people later if we think the job requires more people?
If people show up, yeah.
Why would we add more people? We don't
just
want
gets more
less
money.
gold.
No, it's not less gold unless you get
less
over 5.
gold. If we added one more person.
So yes, that is what it says on this mark paper.
Okay.
So
this is everything I've ever wanted. Can you guys believe it? This is my first excursion, and we're going to go see the Baron, and I might get money. I can't believe this is all turning out just as I imagined, and now we're best friends.
And now we're best friends.
Remember, you have maybe seen this person. She's a half-elf, I believe. You've only seen her maybe 2 or 3 times.
Oh, I was not trying to say it in agreement. I was trying to say it incredulously.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about here?
No, she's pretty sure we're best friends now.
Ma'am, I'm sorry. I've forgotten your name. I'm Frank, by the way.
Oh, Francois. I'm Eloise. I can't believe that we made it all this way together. Didn't we do that orientation together a couple of weeks ago? It's so funny meeting you here again.
I
That is
don't
the first
really
time you ever
remember
met.
that part.
That's the first time you
remember
met
the
her.
taters and steaks.
Yep, steak and taters. That is what Frank had for dinner. So what would you all like to do?
Is that fella still here, or is he
I
outside?
don't need to be using that accent at this time.
But I don't not need to be using.
Oh boy.
Yes,
are we following the noble person?
I reckon we should follow. I don't actually know the way myself.
Here we go, out the door.
All right.
Here we go to find the noble.
Are you able to highlight more than one person at once and drag them?
No.
That's
Thank
unfortunate.
you. For the love of God, please stop using that voice.
So I will.
D'Artagnan, your mother does not appreciate my acting abilities.
Ah!
I think this is why Drillbit stopped using his voice.
We're just going to go to
I don't think
this
Wade
map.
finds the accent hard. I just think he's going to drive me insane.
I really just try to talk like the fellas in King of the Hill.
All right. So
You would definitely fit in. Is that trademark?
Probably. I don't know.
I don't think it's against the rules to mention
Wait.
a show.
I'm going to need you to stop using that voice when you're not role-playing Frank.
That's fair.
Okay, we're back. It's fine.
Okay. You did not mute when you said that, by the way.
Oh, I don't think I did. I just
Good
mean
sidebar.
now we can proceed.
Okay. So yes, as you exit, for the people who have lived here before, so that is Halden. That's only Halden. Okay.
Yep, that's me.
You know where the Palais is, and for anyone else, you just have to look up towards the top of the hill, and you'll see it.
Yeah.
So you were able to make your way. I'm going to click on the point and ping. So you start, I believe it was this building.
Yes.
So you make your way up. You go up through Amberwood, which Amberwood is kind of like the university area. The
University Hill, if you will.
Basically, it's called Amberwood Academy.
Okay.
I think there's actually more to the name.
Ooh, fancy educated folk.
Amberwood Academy of the Arcane Arts is what it's called. It's a large university for mages of all walks of life. While there is usually an exorbitant fee to gain entry to this academy, anyone who can't pass that barrier for entry, they may still be hand-selected to receive what's called like an endorsement. You're getting your tuition paid by the academy and its faculty. Those who graduate from this academy usually spread out amongst the world doing a wide variety of jobs. They go from like military service, alchemy, doing what you're doing right now, which is fighting monsters, anything like that, or any of the many other things that Arcane Arts has to offer. So it could be down to like owning and operating a magic shop. Usually it's a wizard or another arcane caster who owns those, usually.
Wizard Academy, you say?
Yes, it's basically a wizard academy. It does not look like the place in England.
Name censored here.
Name censored. Or its American equivalent. And it's also where one of the bigger like parks is. So where you see where it says like the green.
Yeah.
That is a large park. It's a nice place.
Is it green?
It's got a green space.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys
Did you name it after our green?
No, it just came like that. This was what you're seeing here is what you're seeing there is like I forget the name of the generator, but it basically creates a city map for you, and then you can change some toggles, make things, change names of things, stuff like that. So like King's Road was not called King's Road, but a lot of things like the free end that was called that by the generator. The green was also one of those. Yeah, anyway. You have now made it to the gates of the Palais Clermont. So inside the city walls is the main portion of the city. There are buildings outside of the main walls as well, but at the top of the mountain where the palace sits, it is also surrounded by walls, which, makes sense. I'm not going to go over that. It's fine. The palace walls are this like very nice marble stonework. It looks very, very
Fancy.
thick, very nigh impenetrable. Other than obviously the gate that you're trying to go through. This
is probably the closest I've ever been to the palace.
Probably. You might have been like in Amberwood itself, because that's kind of close. But basically this entire area is like the noble, where the lesser nobles live, and so people tend to steer clear of that area if they're not supposed to be there.
Right.
They tend to. They don't always, but they tend to stay away.
You know what I say? I say if you don't feel like you belong there, you just act like you belong there, and people are going to think you belong there.
Maybe.
Nah, just keep your head up, walk like you own the place.
I don't know that I've ever felt like that.
I'll give it a try.
I'm going to try it.
So, the gates themselves, they are this like very thick iron They are closed. They've been closed since the Baron's cart came back. Most people say that it hasn't opened since. Obviously, if this butler person that you do see waiting for you outside, if they were from inside the palace, they obviously would have had to go through that gate.
Right.
Rumors tend to fluctuate between being real and being made up.
Well,
But yeah, you make it in.
That's kind of how rumors work, I think.
Yep. You make it in, and this palace is very nice. It is very, very large, very tall. Again, most of the things in this world are like Gothic themed, so it is a Gothic style palace with very tall arches and pointed arches. If you were to go inside, you would probably see that the rooms themselves are like 20 feet tall, like very, very vaulted ceiling style.
This also might just be the biggest building I've ever been in.
For Halden, yes, probably. If you
I think
lived
so.
here, there's only one that might compare, and that would be the big church in Westchurch. It's the
fair.
church to Saint Inez.
Okay. I mean, I haven't really considered whether I think that he would go to church, but fair enough.
What religion is it?
To Saint Inez.
Yeah, Saint Inez, which they are a human god. They're like the patron god of humans.
Okay.
I am not a human. I am human. So maybe I would. I don't know.
You're half human. You might have, you might not have. You can
My
decide
mom
that.
was into it.
You are admitted into the palace. The butler basically takes you and leads you to a specific room, so you don't have very much time to explore. But you're able to look around, and everything inside looks very nice. Everything looks very clean. There are like banners, or I think they're called banners, like the
Tapestries?
Tapestries, yes, that's the word.
Yeah.
There are like tapestries on the walls. There are banner rugs going all the way through the centers of the hallways. And you are led to these very tall, majestic doors. They are like mahogany doors almost.
I'm gonna
wood.
tap Frank on the side and just say, betcha there's suits of armor on the inside, just nicely placed.
Yeah.
I bet our destinies lie inside. Eloise grabs Halden's hand and swings it back and forth.
Okay.
So yeah, the butler opens the door, and you are met with what it looks like basically a throne room. So this is a very tall, very large room. It's maybe 30 feet wide, like 60 or 70 feet long. Towards the back is where you see like 2 or 3 chairs, very nice looking chairs set up, and then like a couple steps up towards them. They're on a platform, a stone platform. There is like marble flooring here. Everything seems to be made out of some sort of stone, and you see suits of armor, but you believe that there are people in them.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're not just a suit of armor.
Ornate suits of armor.
They are ornate, but think of them more like the King's Guard in Game of Thrones?
Honor Guard, yeah.
Okay.
The Honor Guard. They're more like that. They're not that kind of style. They are like your regular steel, iron kind of metal. They're nicely polished. The thing that makes them more ornate would be like the accent pieces on them. So this has it's like full plate mail, and it has like accents of colored fabric, like leathers and things like that. The colors for this nation are like blue and gold. So you've got like blue dyed leather that has stitching around it that's golden, things like that are on these suits of armor. But as you're looking around, you notice that there is one person sitting way back on one of the chairs, one of the thrones in the back of this room. The butler kind of motions you to move forward and let me know what you would like to do.
Baron, how you now?
Do you say that like 60 feet away?
Yep.
Okay.
With a really loud voice.
Yeah.
Is it actually? Can we tell if it's actually the Baron, or is it just someone sitting up there?
You'd have to go closer. They look too far away.
I guess we have to go closer.
I'll trot up.
Trot?
Yes.
Why do you say that?
I trot up to get nice and close, like respectively close, not like right in his face, but like respectively close, and then I give an awkward bow.
All right.
When you trot, do you make your own sound effects?
No.
Do you have your own coconuts?
Just trying to paint the picture.
Coconuts, yeah.
No, I just assume whatever kind of boots I'm wearing just make whatever noise they make, and they just keep happening.
All right. So, why did that go away? So, you walk up, and you've never met the Baron, but you do see, like, in behind at the back wall, there is a like painting above the thrones, and this is like a portrait of the Baron and his family. I will give you a description of these people. That might be a little bit better. So,
real quick, before you give the description, though, is
yes.
the man that we're staring at, is he the man that is in the painting?
Yes.
Okay, so it is the Baron.
He looks more ragged, but yes.
Okay.
So
I'm still not entirely sold, but proceed.
Okay. Halden is like trying to subtly bring out an identify like item. She's like, is this who he says he is? What if you're like, oh wait, no, you wouldn't have your artificer infusions yet, would you?
What?
Do you have your artificer infusions yet?
No,
Never
I don't
mind.
think so. I don't think so.
You're
Let
level
me
1,
look,
so
but
probably not.
I believe we're level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm fairly certain no.
Okay. But yeah,
No.
Baron Jean-Pascal Delamont is there.
Hypothetically.
A portrait of him, he is smiling. Again, he's usually known to be one of the only regional leaders that allow commoners to voice their problems and frustrations in like an open forum. In the portrait, he stands probably about 6 feet tall. He's got graying, dark brown hair, kind brown eyes. He has a strong jaw with one scar marring his otherwise perfect skin.
Are you describing the portrait or the person in front of us, or both?
Both.
Okay.
The person that you see in front of you, they have like deep bags under their eyes. They look not necessarily sickly, but they look exhausted. There are the other three. So Baroness Eleanor Delmont. She is a half-elven baroness. You know that she is cousin to the Duke of a different city, Beaumare. They're one of their closest allies. She's about 5'6", with long blonde braided hair and blue eyes. That's a trait that most of the Dupont. She was named. Her name was Eleanor Dupont before she married the Baron.
Okay.
Her face is perfectly round with a few light freckles adorning her cheeks. There is Chloe Delamont, which is the younger child. She is half elven. She bears a striking resemblance to her mother. In the portrait, she looks like spirited and determined. She's about 5'3", with long blonde hair, high ponytail, and blue eyes. Her face is round with heavy freckles on each cheek. What you know about Chloe is that she kind of oversaw the agricultural trades in the city, but she's also not been seen in about a week.
So
About a week
more
after
people are missing.
About a week after the Baron disappeared, the Baron that you see in front of you disappeared into the Palais. Chloe did as well. That's about all you know about that. And then
I'm getting real suspicious about this family.
Finally, Jean-Charles. He is the eldest child. He is, again, half elven. Looks to be like a perfect mix between his parents. He looks in the portrait there above these thrones. It shows him as like determined and heroic. He is 6 feet tall. He's got his mother's blonde hair and his father's facial structure. He has brown eyes and a good amount of freckles on each cheek. That's about all that you can see in the portrait. But yes, the person in front of you, they do look like the Baron. Other than they look exhausted, worn out, with like heavy bags under their eyes.
For now, I will choose to believe that it is the Baron.
Okay.
And I say, Your Highness?
Howdy, Baron. How's it going? What can we do you
Eloise
for?
drops to her knees.
Okay.
Oh, Eloise, you fell down there. Hold on. Let me help you up. I'm going to put my hand out to help her up.
Your honor, my honor. Thank you, sir.
I already gave my greeting 60 feet back, so.
You all make your presence known.
We're a real ragtag team to show up here. Very good.
The Baron looks at you all skeptically, and
as he should.
Says, "Hello. Are you?" He kind of looks past you to the butler, who is just kind of standing just inside the door frame.
Sir, you called nods. For a team to help us with your woes? Do you have woes?
Yeah. Yes. So you are obviously the hunters that have been tasked with this.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes'm.
Right.
We are.
So
I guess.
Whoa.
So I guess I should start with a little bit of background. Obviously, you know who I am. And then he asks who you all are in turn. You can, if you would like to lie, let me know and I'll get you to roll deception. But otherwise, you tell him who you are.
Yep.
Would you like to RP that, or would you like to just go towards
Golden Heron Hall, sir? I know that we're new to this, but I love the whole concept of hunting and catching baddies, and this'll be great.
Well, my name's Francois Guy Lenore.
Yes. Thank you.
That is all.
Yep. He, I guess, looks towards the other two to see if they actually say anything. He also motions for Eloise to, stand up again.
Sir.
Oh, Eloise, are you still down there? Here, let me help you.
Yes, thank you. Thanks. This is Francois. Yes. I'm Eloise Bonafont, and I have just left the nunnery, and I'm just so thrilled to be here and to help you and to help people and to explore our world. And I just hope that I can be here for you in your time of need with my best friend.
He kind of smiles at that, but I'll get you to roll an insight. Anyone who is looking at the Baron
all of us?
Anyone who's looking can roll an insight.
Oh, good. Here we go.
Insight?
Here we go.
Yep.
Natural 1.
Jesus Christ. 13.
19.
Or I'm guessing a
11.
total of, I'm going to guess 1. But hold on, I'll double check.
Francois here
Insightful
sees
he is
nothing.
not.
Oh, wait, no, it's +3. I got a 4.
Okay. You don't notice anything. You just see him smiling.
Clearly.
What did you roll, Eloise?
11.
Eloise.
Okay. So only Drillbit notices
Ah, damn it.
that when he smiles, the smile does not reach his eyes.
Right.
Can
So
Drillbit even interpret that? He isn't a people.
he mechanically he is a people.
How dare you say that about my best friend Drillbit?
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
There.
So wait, did you say his smile doesn't reach his eyes?
Yes.
As in, like,
As in,
a
like,
fake
he's
smile?
really sad.
It's,
Yeah.
It's like either a sad smile. You interpret it. It can be either like a sad smile or like a fake smile.
Right.
And I guess at that point you can introduce yourself if you want to.
Evening.
Everyone else kind of has.
Name's Drillbit. Here you got a conundrum.
Yes.
Well, make hay while the sun shines, I say.
A bit of context, I guess. My wife has been gone for a few days. She attended a sort of coronation to a distant cousin of hers. They're the Olak family. You might not have heard of them. They have a very small, like, they live in like a kind of out of the way area, and that it was like this coronation. It has been a few days since it happened, and she should have been back by now. And so I have requested. And then he says the name of the butler. His name is like Ted. I've requested Ted to contact the heroes or the Hunter Society to, I guess, just so that there's no more. I would rather this be taken care of discreetly, but I would like you to go and check out this the Olak mansion or manor, rather.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that, Baron. The subtlety's my middle name, except for Guy.
Francois.
Guy, sorry.
Francois, Guy, Subtlety, Lenore.
I believe he just said his middle name is Subtle Gee.
Subtle Guy, okay.
Oh, that's way better, Drillbit. You should have done the talking.
Hell, probably.
Probably has the highest charisma out of all of you. So yes, that is what the Baron has said. You can ask questions, or if you've got more questions, he will give you like directions and say like, yeah, you go along the King's Road for half a day's journey. Then you turn off and enter, basically turn off onto another road, and maybe another half day, or maybe more like 2 or 3 hours of horse riding. Later, you will come up on the area, on the manor.
Anything we need to know about this family that you are estranged to?
1 second. Let's see what it says here. I actually have the this is the start of like the first adventure in module, so I'll let you know what he says.
I have a question. How come it's called the King's Road when yours used as a Baron? It should be called the Baron Road.
It's because it's not my road. It's for the king.
Oh. There's a king?
Yes. Are you not from here or from around here?
I don't suppose I am. I don't really know where I was from. My parents, they ain't much talkers about it.
Oh, okay. Well, yes. And then anyone who has lived on this plane, so everyone who is not Frank and Drillbit, for at least for their whole lives, would know of the king, like, it's called the King's Road. The king has long died, and what used to be a kingdom has broken into these separate regions. So, like, barony, duke, a duchy, I think it's called.
Correct.
For dukes. I was going to say a dukedom, but that doesn't sound right.
No, I think you're probably right.
Barony, duchy, and then,
county for counts. I don't know what a viscount would be. Would it still be a county?
A viscount is a count, just from a different part of town.
Okay.
Alden, did you know there was a king?
Like right now?
I don't know. He just said there was a
right
king.
I mean,
there was, yes.
It was named for the
I
king.
thought you said there was a king.
There was.
Oh, was a king.
Yes.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
How come they don't just change the name of the road then?
Like former King's Road. He does have a point. Should keep these things up to date. Like,
I will, at one point, I guess, put in a word with the different cities that.
hey, fuck, you could change it to Future King's Road. Keep optimistic.
Sure.
Or Ted's Road.
Ted perks up way back.
I'm gonna nod to Ted as that was a good idea.
Yeah, there's always bound to be a Ted around. I reckon.
Bob's a good name for a road. Bob's Road.
Bob's Road. That's a good one. That's always Bob's.
I will keep it in mind. I'm gonna have to like go back in and if they choose it, I'm gonna have to like go into a picture editor and like write Bob over the word king on the map.
Like the king, like the Baron actually changed the name of the road to Bob's
Road.
These,
yeah.
These two bumbling fools suggested it. But what
yes.
happened to your son?
You had asked a question before that about the manor, right?
Yeah, I was asking anything we need to know prevalent about the family, the house that they live in.
Well, it's
comings and goings, magic, weapons. You know, like what do we expect? You said they were estranged cousins. Are they the estranged kissing cousins? Like,
I hope not.
They be fucking.
I hope not. The new count. It's a county. The new count Olak. His father just passed, and this was his coronation to take over. But I myself am not really convinced that it. I think it was a little bit of foul play in there.
Why do you think that?
Well, the former count, he was not so old, and what they were saying, what I was told at least of what happened is not believable to me. Not really. He kind of says like the old count was said to be like died in his sleep, died peacefully of some sort of sickness, but the last time like the Baron had ever seen him, he was like healthy as an ox. So he doesn't quite
a mystery.
believe it. Yeah, the old Count Olak is no more, and their son Lebram, they were they're now the new count, and so there was like a masquerade basically, and I did not want to go. My wife went out of duty to her, cousin, and to also pay homage to the late count. And she has not come back. And then Eloise, you had said something about what was it that you had asked?
But what about your son?
Oh, I would rather not talk about that right now. You can all roll insight for me again if you would like. as I get out of the like low gravelly-ish
12.
voice.
I would like to use my passive insight, but if I have to roll, I shall.
Yes, you shall.
Oh,
You said
other
insight?
end of the
Yep.
other end of the spectrum. Natural 20,
Okay.
23, bitches.
Insight. That is a 15 for me.
Anyone who has a 15
Yeah.
or over, you...
I just think he's real sad.
Yes. At the mention of his son, you see that he does look extremely sad. You, with your insight, especially Frank, your insight, you are fairly certain that his son is not alive.
I'm real good at noticing sad emotions. I've been staring at it my whole life.
You say that as we've talked about what the Shadowfell looks here.
Yes. Well, I meant like growing up here. I assume. I had to get. I know I'm aware of the shadow, but like growing up here, like the way I got here,
Yeah,
I'm real good at noticing sad emotions.
that's fair. So yes, you are. If you have any more questions, he's going to answer them. If you do have any more questions, let me know, and I will.
I got
answer
one more
his
question
voice.
before we get out. Before we get on our way there, Baron.
All right.
Would you like a hug?
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, man.
Roll persuasion.
This is gonna go horribly. I'm pretty sure I'm not proficient in it. I rolled an 11 on the dice. I will double check, but I'm guessing it's a 10. It is in fact
His charisma is bad.
it is in fact a 10.
Nope. He does not want a hug.
No, thank you.
Well, that's all right too. I just figured I'd ask.
I would much rather you go along to find my wife and bring her back.
Well, we're gonna do the best we job we can, bring her back nice and safe now.
All right. And so with that, you all are able to leave. And one of the things he mentions is that he will give you access to horses if you don't have them already, so that you can make the journey a little bit quicker. Because like when I was saying about it being like a half day's journey out the King's Road and then a half day's journey off the King's Road, that's all like walking. With a horse, if you're going like a regular normal pace, you're gonna get there in a half day instead of it taking like a full day.
Oh, we'll be there by supper time.
Almost exactly. It'll be probably 7 or 8 p.m. when you get there.
We'll get some more steak and taters, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know if the first thing we should do is ask them to feed us. We might want to look for clues. Eloise pulls out a magnifying glass.
What you got there, Eloise?
Sorry, what I have here is a Kit Kat bar. One moment.
What Eloise has is a Kit Kat bar in her mouth.
I wish.
I got me a mouse.
In your mouth?
No, it's what we call one of the cats.
Oh.
And definitely not in his mouth.
Okay.
Although she'd like to be. Hello.
It's a looking glass. Eloise looks really closely at some of the metal parts on Drillbit.
So you are all able to get horses. I'm assuming you're talking like while you're walking out to the stables. As you walk out there, you notice like there's one of the carts is missing. Looks like there's a couple horses missing. There's like a tack and what's it called? Tack and carriage or something like that. Uno momento. Where are we? Right there.
No.
Horse tack. Yeah, there's like horse tack that's missing. But that kind of all jives with the Baroness leaving with like you were also told that like the Baroness went with a driver and her like head butler or her head aide basically.
Lady's maid, lady in waiting.
Yeah. So yeah, there's 3 people that you're trying to find. But the main focus of the Baron is his wife.
His wife, obviously.
Yeah, he does want the other two back. Yeah, like if they're all like around, bring them back too, sort of thing. But his main focus is his wife. But I am going
That's
to.
fair.
Oh, 1 second. I have lost connection to the map.
I did notice that
go.
it stopped, but I also thought maybe you meant to.
No, it just, after not using it for a few minutes, it'll time out.
Fair.
Probably like 15 minutes. However long that scene was in the palace, because I didn't actually make a palace map, because that you're gonna be there, a few times maybe, but I don't expect you to be there a lot, so I'm just gonna describe it instead. Use theater of the mind for that.
That's fine.
But yes, you make it out the King's Road. One thing I will say for the people who know about the King's Road, which would be Halden and Eloise for sure, probably,
right.
Probably Frank, because you would have traveled the King's Road to get here. But the King's Road, there are like guards around. They call themselves the King's Guard, but it's just the guards of each of the different regions that patrol the King's Road. It's like the main highway for it. It goes through almost all of the major cities.
The RCMP?
They're kind of like the RCMP. The King's Road itself is one of the things, like I had mentioned. It is one of the ones that has like a random encounter table, but it does also specify in this that you do not encounter anything on your journey. So you make it to Olak Manor in one piece. It is getting dark now. It is like 7 p.m., like I had mentioned, and I'm going to switch scenes.
Ooh.
I love a good scene switch.
Should we just roll up to the door?
1 second. I have to zoom out once I get here. So, Shanka's not here. Drobet is here. Francois. There is before we actually get to the manor itself, there is like a gate and a small wall that I have to mention, but before we do that,
I was going to say where exactly.
I am going to add the people who are here, which are you two as well.
Mm-hmm.
What color is my horse?
Why?
Why not?
It's a gelding.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. I just said a word.
Mm.
So,
are all geldings the same color?
I don't know. There is a gate and like a small wall. It is covered in ivy that you come up to first. You know that this would be Olak Manor. It is. You can see past it. You can see a weathered, gloomy manor. It sits among some dense, sickly trees. Mold and moss collect along the stone walls and under the eaves. You also see the moss and mold on the walls of this, of the gate or the surrounding wall as well. That gate appears to be open. It is like an iron wrought gate. It is one of the gate hinges is opened. Is hinged open. The other one is still looks like in a closed position. But you can see through it, no problem. You can see that there in behind the manor are stables and some additional housing. They look along the tree-covered paths behind the manor. And there is a dark pond next to the manor that ripples in the chilly wind. If you want, you can bring your horses over to the stable and...
I do see that there are currently 2 draft horses there.
You do see that there are a couple draft horses. They appear to be laying down, normally.
Right, because it's late-ish.
It is 7 p.m. So yes, now you can move freely if you would like.
So the people here
do not
know
see his wife's horses? We did.
You would
Other
have to go
buildings.
towards the stables. It is like maybe 150, 200 feet away. It's sorry, actually, I have a ruler. I can tell you exactly how far it is. It is almost 150 feet away.
The people who live here do not know we are coming.
Correct.
Well, no one knows you're coming until you go knock on the door. That's what I say.
Right, but should we have a reason to be here?
We do. Hey, we're
Well-
looking for the Baron's wife. How's it going?
So yeah, you don't hear anything. You just hear normal nature sounds.
Okay. Is this place normally occupied?
You would think. You do see the horses
I
in the
would
stables.
think.
There is also like the houses behind there that you don't see any lights on really though.
Okay. Well, it seems pretty deserted, guys. I think-
I also should say that you do also see a few like carts kind of along the road to the stables. There are carts there.
Are they
horseless?
in various states of disrepair, or are they in good condition?
They're in good condition.
Well,
The horses?
No, the carts.
Oh.
But
Come
they
on,
are horseless.
So I am gonna draw. 1 second. I'm gonna draw like where the carts are. They're like, they're like here.
Okay.
And then they go down kind of along here. So yeah, they're over towards the stables. Looks like everyone's going this way. I'm moving Frank for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I think
Whoa, girl.
So as you get closer, you do start to smell some things.
like
As
horses?
you get closer to the stables, yes.
Okay.
So you can, now that you're close, I will remove the
From this
fog.
view, does it look like this building, like, does it still look dark in the place, even though, from this side of the house, I guess, from this side of the palace or whatever?
So most of the windows are actually shuttered, so there wouldn't be any light escaping them anyway. As you walked by, you did notice that it looks like, and I will ping the place right around these windows seem to be open, but there is no light.
Okay.
Are the curtains drawn?
Open windows.
The shutters are open.
So it's still dark. Can't really see through them.
Correct. So what you smell at these stables is you smell, and then you can also see that these two draft horses are not
normal.
not alive.
Mm-hmm.
They have died, and you do also notice that one of the some of the horses are like shaking that are inside the stables.
Hmm.
Do they appear to
Okay.
be shaking due to hunger?
You can roll animal handling.
Can Halden walk around and see if there's, like, I don't know, a bin of food or something around here for them?
You can roll a investigation or a survival check, whichever one you prefer.
I have a 17
I have
on animal
I have a
handling.
dirty 20 on animal handling.
You think that they are easily spooked right now. You're not entirely sure why, but you're able to calm them down a little bit.
Not great investigation.
You don't believe that they are super hungry, but they probably would like some food.
Right.
Your investigation, what was your investigation?
11.
11? You don't see anything. You end up going inside the other stall.
The stall?
Yeah, that one. The empty stall. That is where a lot of horse tack and things are hung up.
Mm-hmm.
You actually notice that some of them are color coded. And as you were walking by, you did notice one of the carts had blue and gold on it, and you do see a blue and gold horse tack hanging up. With that, you can kind of surmise that the Baroness's cart and horse tack are still here.
Just trying to get a full understanding of the tokens. Are like the blackish, purplish ones dead horses?
Dead.
No.
This one says draft horse, and these two say riding horse.
Yeah, exactly. So in the token browser, you can like search different things. So I searched horse, and it came up with a couple. Oh, what? I did not get this one before. Second, I'm going to switch these because I did not see that one before.
I'm not gonna lie; those look way more like actual horses,
way
and
more
not like scary
nice
monsters
looking.
that are.
I was concerned that they were going to be zombie horses, but
I thought they looked like a lot like cats, like big gates.
They did look like big cats. I was kind of.
So this.
It looked like a silhouette of like a fucking panther. Look at that.
It is a silhouette of a displacer beast.
Aha!
Yeah,
I was gonna say gargoyle.
So the creatures that don't have a like a picture for them, they have like general ones. So like a demon or a fiend of some sort is a pit fiend silhouette, and like a fae would be a fairy silhouette. I think things like that. Where the beast, the general beast token is a displacer beast. Yes. No, they are.
Okay, so
they
don't
are normal
read too much
looking.
into your tokens, then.
Yeah, don't read too much into those.
Okay. Well,
right.
Can I use my animal handling skills and history skills to guess why the two are dead?
You can. It's going to be very hard. Is there anything anyone else wants to do while they're here? Or
I want to try to figure out. I want to try to figure out how long they've been dead. I don't really care why.
Okay, so that would be medicine, I would say, to find out a time of death.
I used a 22 for my animal handling.
Animal handling. What was that one for? To
try and figure out why they're dead.
Oh, okay. So
like how they not. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, how they died.
So you do not notice any like marks on them. Not like anything that there doesn't look like a monster attack or anything.
No animal wounds. No
wounds like
signs.
that. They look like they were well fed. Frank, what did you get for your medicine?
18.
18. You see these as well. You think that it's something happened and they maybe like died of fright.
They just decided to stop living?
Heart attack sort of thing.
The horses.
How long though? Like how long have they been dead?
They seem to have been dead maybe definitely over a day. Maybe getting it close to 2.
Okay, so they've been dead for like a day or so.
Yep.
Well, I feel like we should go knock on the door and let them know their animals are dead.
Do you think knocking on the door is the best move? Oh no, somebody go with him. Frank?
Well, we can't all just barge in there. We gotta be invited.
There's also the ones behind you as well. I don't know if anyone
there's more buildings.
There's more over here, guys. Before we go inside, let's check these ones.
If you would like to split the party, you absolutely can.
I will go with Drillbit.
And I'll stay with Halden. Eloise grabs his arm.
What does Halden and Eloise want to do?
Yeah, you said grabs Halden. Where to?
No, just grabs his arm and like links mine through it.
Okay. Eloise, do you think we could go to the front door? Or where do you want to go?
We could go to the front door and maybe
What if we went to these windows and peered in a little bit?
What
assessed
if we told
the
them
situation?
We were, fruit salespeople.
Fruit salespeople?
Wait.
Do we have fruit?
You have rations?
No, I like your idea, Beth.
Yes.
So I will say that the windows are fairly high up, so you will need to make an athletics check to climb up the windows.
Fair. Do you want to go pretend we're selling fruit?
I don't know what's going on here. Maybe we should try to look in the windows first.
All right, I think.
All right, so you two go over there.
We'll try to peer in these windows.
I will have you both, or whoever wants to climb, if you both want to climb, roll athletics checks.
Probably not. 13.
It's not terrible.
Eloise?
16.
You both climb the walls to peer into the windows. 1 second while I go and find out what it says for description in that area. So it is dark in there, but you do see what appears to be like lumps on the floor. They're
That's promising.
covered in clothing.
That's better.
And you also notice, like, this is a kitchen. You see a kitchen, and you also see, like, there's a closed door on one side, and then another door that is, like, half open on the other side. And that half open door looks like it's going to a larder, if you know what that is. It's like not a pantry, but it's kind of like a pantry. It's like a walk-in sort of thing.
Stone walls, cold room.
But you...
I think we maybe need to get in there.
Also see that...
Eloise shrieks. She doesn't have control over this.
Okay. As you shriek, you, like, fall down the, like, 5 feet that you climbed. 10 feet that you climbed. Probably, like, 6 feet.
Eloise?
Oh.
Are you okay?
I think there might be dead people in there.
I think we need to go see.
So yes, and...
Can we tell the other guys?
While that's happening, while you're walking over and climbing the windows, Drillbit and Frank, what would you like to do here? Would you like to, like, knock on doors? Would you like to just see if they're open?
Is this a stable or is this like a building that we're
These
at?
look like housing place.
Like servants' housing?
Servants' quarters, yes.
Yeah. Any windows?
1 second. I don't believe so. There are you don't see any windows, but when you were at the stables, you saw that there was like a window in the back and behind. I will ping. These things are windows, and then if you were to go around back, you would see that there's also windows in back here.
Which building should we look at first, Drillbit?
I like the tall ones better.
The tall ones?
Yeah, let's go over to the tall one over here.
All right, then. Frank walks up and just knocks on the door.
No response.
I will try to open
It's going to come over, lift his foot, and boot the door.
Roll an athletics check for me.
Joke's on you. I'm sort of athletic. That's a 9.
You boot it, and it, like, shudders and then lazily opens.
I knew one of these days that would work.
Well, good job, Drillbit. You got the door open.
Thanks. How about you go first, though?
All righty. I just march in.
I'm going to give him as a bonus action as he walks by, I'm going to give him like a friendly nod to him. Like, you got this. And am I able to give him Bardic Inspiration that way?
If you have Bardic Inspiration to give, yes.
I do. So as a bonus action, I can give him or inspire a creature within 60 feet of me. So by nodding at him, like, you got this, he gets Bardic Inspiration.
All right.
I've never walked through a door with more confidence in my life.
All right. I heard my name. Someone was mentioning me. What's up?
No.
Oh, I heard Justin. Justin? Am I just hearing things?
I don't think so.
I might just be hearing things.
That's really concerning.
The pressure's getting to you, man.
Ah!
Just like the pressure got to Karthus.
Oh my god.
Don't say that! Stop it.
So yeah, I was just hearing things. That's don't worry about it.
Troubling.
It's okay, you'll be hearing things soon.
Justin!
So, this is staff and guest housing. They're like basically apartments. Oh yeah, you booted a door open. I should probably remove the fog in that. You're both just on a bed right now. 1 second.
Well, now things are about to get fun.
That is the wrong.
Did you just add more?
It got darker.
1 second.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Now I definitely can't see them.
There we go.
Oh, there's 3 different doors. I thought it was
okay,
all one.
yeah.
I thought it was one door.
Yeah, there are 3 different doors. There are 7 apartments in total.
Yeah, stroll in.
Yeah.
I see now.
Yep.
Is that a chest right in front of us?
That is like a
Are you
desk.
looting their desk?
Not a desk. It's like a side table.
A nightside table.
Yeah.
Well, this one's empty.
So,
Is there anything in this room?
would you like to roll investigation?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It will go horribly, but I'm going to do it.
All right.
D'Artagnan. They don't have any cookies.
I got a 21.
You find...
I did not.
Roll 1d100, please.
Now, is that the ones with the 30, 70, 50?
Yes.
Yes, and then the other d10 together.
Oh, okay. So, I got an actual, full 10, number.
If you get double zeros, it's actually 100.
I do it the other way. That is 10 to me. It's
That's wild.
90 plus 10. Because if it was 00 plus 1, it's not 101, it's 1. So why would 00 plus 10 be 100?
Well, I got a 69.
Because you can make every other number.
You got 69?
Yeah.
All right.
Eh.
You found a crystal
Hilarious.
knob from a door.
Ooh. Snaggles.
Yeah.
Even their broken furniture is fancy.
Fucking rich people.
Yeah,
Other than this, I don't see much.
Yeah, and you can go through the other ones as well if you'd like.
Do you want to split up and each of us take a room on these next two?
Sure.
All right. Both of you roll a 1d100 as you open it. They are unlocked, by the way.
Okay.
1 second.
Okay, so if I rolled a 0 on the single numerical dice and a 30 on the other.
Then it's 30?
Then it's 30 plus 10, so 40.
40.
Oh.
A 40.
I got an 82.
Okay, a 40 is a gemstone that looks like a lump of coal.
Oh,
What that?
sweet.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry. The rest of it is a gemstone that looks like a lump of coal when examined by anyone but you. So it looks like a gemstone to you.
It's magic.
And you said 82 or 88?
82.
82. Huh. You find half of a floor plan for a temple, castle, or some other structure. So it looks like half of the floor plan to this mansion. Or to this manor, rather.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
I'm like, do I recognize it's for this place, or do I just think it's just for a place? Like, I don't know what's here.
You can kind of see the general shape of the manor, and you see, like, it doesn't have, like, the housing or the stables on it, and it's got, like, kind of ripped a little portion. I will kind of draw on the map where the rip is. The rip kind of, it's ripped, like, here. So
Okay.
you get this portion of the manor.
Right. I guess it's more of a, do I instantaneously know that it's for that building, or is it, to me, it's just a floor plan?
It looks like a floor plan, and it looks kind of like the manor behind you.
Okay.
So yeah, Drillbit and Frank, you're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So in the next two, you only find 4 gold. You find 4 gold, basically.
Me?
In each of them. Yep, both of you.
Both of us. All right, I'm adding that to my inventory. I am 4 gold richer.
I leave the gold there because it's my place. I also left the blueprint.
Yep. And then, do you want to do the last two, or are you done?
No, we'll do the last two. I'm looking for anybody.
Which ones are
Anybody
you going
or
to?
anything indicating something weird.
I'll go to the fire one.
I was going to go to the fire one.
All right.
All right, I'll take the middle one then. I don't care.
All right. I will go with Drillbit first. You find 4 more gold.
Nice!
And
So many fucking cats.
Frank,
Yeah.
I will need you to roll something. 1 second.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Just anything, or
Oh, wait. What is your passive perception?
looking the thing. I believe it's 13.
13? Okay. So you will hear this as you open the door. You hear basically do you kick the door open or do you just open it?
No, I just open it.
Okay. So as you open it, you hear what sounds like a sharp inhale and then like quick breathing in this room.
Okay. Is it dark?
It is dark. It is, it's probably taken you 10 minutes to do this.
Sure. I will point out that I do have dark vision, but more importantly, based on the size of this room I'm looking at, I have blind sight effectively for 10 feet.
You can hear basically like a heartbeat underneath the bed.
Underneath the bed?
Yeah. And
I'll look under the bed.
All right.
Just
So,
looking random. God damn.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's like he doesn't know this is a horror game.
what you see is
Typical white person in a horror movie.
you see a child.
No.
What's
That's
worse
always
than a
the
rapist? A child.
Listen, that's not where I was going with this. I was just thinking, in horror movies, finding a kid, not always a good thing.
Not always a good thing.
How old does this kid look roughly?
An undead vampire about to eat your face.
Not an age.
They look ageless, yes. No, they look to be maybe 8, 9. How old's Robbie?
Okay.
10. This is about to go one of two ways, Justin.
Yeah.
Either that is a monster that we are going to have to kill, or we are adopting children in another campaign again.
Let's find out which is which. So their appearance, they have like curly brown hair. You can see that they're wearing a nightgown, but they looks like torn and stained. Not necessarily like because something happened to them. More from like you think with your passive perception and what is your insight? Passive insight.
13.
You probably from like just being they probably were like hiding under this bed for 2 days.
Whoa.
Or at least for as long as the horses are dead, have been dead.
Right. I'll look at the kid and I'll say, "Well, howdy there. My name's Frank. What's your name?"
As you like just crouch and like look underneath, their like breath catches and they like gasp suddenly, and they don't really say anything. They're just like staring at you. They look petrified.
All right. I'll stay down like at the floor level, and then I'll try to turn my head and say, "Hey, Drillbit, I think I won. I found a kid."
I think Eloise, after falling down on your butt and everything, you both. Oh yeah, I should probably reveal them. You both hear, "Hey, Drillbit, if you would like to head over there."
But they didn't hear us. They didn't hear me shriek.
They were kicking in doors.
I assumed I heard it and just didn't react to it because no one yelled for help. They just screamed.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I mean, that's a terrible reaction, but okay.
So, as you come closer, you see that Francois is basically on like his hands and knees, looking underneath the bed. Drillbit is just standing in the doorway.
What? Why? What's happening here?
I found me a kid. He won't tell me his name.
You found you a kid? Like...
Well, haul him out of there. I don't give a shit about your kid.
Jesus.
Hey there, little fella. You want a high five? And I put my hand out.
They seem to like
closer.
recoil a little bit from your hand.
Well, that's not
Stop,
good. They don't seem. They don't like
him.
me.
I
Her,
think
Eloise
maybe
takes
Mr.
off her
Eloise should
cloak.
go in.
her. This is a girl.
This
Oh.
is Jeannie.
Yeah.
Eloise says, "Stop! You're scaring her!" and takes off her cloak, maybe, that she was wearing, and wraps it around the child.
The child is underneath the bed.
Oh.
They still haven't come underneath out from
and
underneath.
holds a hand out to them.
I will get you to roll a persuasion check.
And Francois will move out of the way so that Eloise can get in there properly.
19.
Damn.
So the kid has not spoken yet. But as you're like offering your hand to them, and you seem to be like a kind face. She
And also kind of a child.
She's Eloise is young, but not like 9, 10.
I am young and small. Gentle.
I'll just move Frank out and put Eloise in. There you go. She looks at the hand and like almost reaches for it and then kind of stops herself. But then anyone who's within like 5-10 feet of her can hear her stomach rumble.
Oh, she sounds hungry. I got food, I think, and I'm gonna go searching into my pack for food.
All of you have food.
Probably.
You would have rations for the journey.
Right. Eloise, since you're down there under the bed with her, do you happen to have anything you could give her, or do you want us to hand you stuff?
I might have a sweet in my bag, or a scone with sugar wrapped in a napkin in my bag.
I can play. I don't much care for kids, but I can play some soothing music. I'm going to open up my mouth and allow music to come out.
You have like soft jazz playing in the background now.
Interesting.
Let's not do that. I'm going to have to edit that out.
Are you really?
Yes.
Oh.
What do you mean? Oh, it's copyrighted.
I know. It was a good idea.
On the plus side, I couldn't hear it or understand it.
Yeah, I didn't
It
understand
was
it.
Bodies by Drowning Pool.
Well, now you definitely have to edit it out.
Yeah.
It was redacted.
It was redacted by Redacted.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Eloise uncovers the cake from the fabric napkin and folds it out under the bed.
The child looks at it intently and then like kind of reaches towards it and then like goes to grab it and then bring it back, and she starts to like eat
like a raccoon.
Yeah. Kind of like a raccoon.
Aaron's favorite.
She has like she has curly hair. She looks kind of mousy as well. And then she starts to like, after she finishes that, and she finishes it in like 3-4 seconds, you see that she starts to like climb out from underneath the bed. And now she's on top of the bed. And yeah, now there's just a child.
Well, howdy. I'm still Frank. What's your name?
I'm Jeannie. Jeannie Alsby. Hi, Frank, and everyone else.
Hi, Jeannie. I'm Eloise.
Hi, Eloise and Alden.
And this is Drillbit.
How now?
He's still playing redacted music.
Jeannie,
Yes?
could you maybe tell us what happened here?
I can tell you. I mean, I wasn't really around. I was here the whole time, but about like a day or two ago, there was like a lot of people that came by, and then there was a lot of like screaming in the manor, and then ever since there's been like a lot of silence, but there's also like the thudding that's been going on. But yeah, that's basically all.
Now, when you say the thudding that's been going on,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
And then she starts to mimic it. She goes like, you can't hear it. You can like it goes the thud, the thud, the thud. Do you not hear that?
Do I hear that?
Is it happening right now?
You do not hear that. You hear normal sounds and then a panicked child saying the thud.
Well, I hear that part, I guess. So I hear you saying thud thud. I don't hear thud thud, but that's not coming from you, though.
Okay.
Do you hear thud thuds that aren't coming from you?
Yeah. I do.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where
well,
from?
Ooh, that's concerning.
It's just kind of happening
Where?
here.
So I don't know if I'm supposed to read into this like Telltale Heart ways.
That's kind of how I was reading it.
Jeannie has killed someone and they are under the floorboards.
I will get you to roll medicine checks for me. Everyone can roll a medicine check.
I really don't know that I liked that at all.
15.
Same.
6.
17.
Okay, so there was a 19, I think. Frank, what was it that you rolled?
I rolled a 15.
Also 15 with me.
Sorry, 15, 15, and 17. Yep. With a 17, you have heard of something like that. It's basically like it is a disease.
Okay.
So it is fairly unusual, which is why it's like a hard check. But with a 17, you're able to. You have heard of something like this, where people start hearing like a soft pounding heart. It is called echo fever.
Is that a thing in real life or just in this game?
I don't know. It is just in a sidebar on this page.
It says echo fever.
Echo fever.
Do I remember if it's contagious?
It is not contagious. Like, people cannot spread it to other people.
Okay.
You have heard of it. It basically, when someone experiences, like, strong fear, this can happen sometimes.
Okay.
And
do I remember?
Usually it's like an environmental thing.
Do I remember if there's a cure?
If you make your saves, you'll be cured.
If you make your saves?
Yes, there is a save involved with this.
Oh, terrific. Okay.
What about for Jeannie?
Jeannie has failed her saves so far. She has been hiding panicked underneath a bed for 2 days.
Poor girl.
Yeah.
She's real bad at them saves.
Yep. So that is what she said.
What say we maybe not? I mean, if you're comfy in here, Jeannie, you can stay here.
I would like if you find my mom, she's a cook in the kitchen. Her name's Bessie. If you find her in there, can you please bring her?
Okay, we'll look for sure.
Oh, okay. Yes, we will do that. Eloise looks at Alden.
I do very much enjoy that you looked to the kitchen first before this happened.
Yep.
Jeannie, how old are you?
I'm 9.
Oh, perfect. Here, take this and hold on to it till we get back. And I'm going to hand her one of my hand axes.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, that's good parenting right there.
Thank you.
Just to make you feel a little bit more safe. If someone tries to do something to you that you don't like, you just give them a good whack with that.
Okay. She has like one hand on the actual like handle, and then the other one is holding the axe blade itself. She's like, okay.
Oh no! You got to hold the wood part there.
I am.
Okay, good. And then you whack them with the sharp point.
Oh, okay. So she brings her other hand off of the blade and then onto the axe part.
Yeah, like that. And then here, I'll pull out my other one and I'll just give her like a quick like demo, like, yeah. Just like, except you don't hit just the air. You hit the person or thing that's doing things you don't like to you.
Okay.
Eloise scoffs. She gives an incredulous look to Frank and hands the child an apple from her bag.
I was going to say, Jeannie will, before you leave, will ask for a little bit more food. So yeah, she doesn't drop the axe, but she like puts it on the bed and then grabs the apple and starts eating that. And says, "Thank you. If you
Not a problem. We'll come get you after we go through the manor over there and see what's what.
Okay, and please find my mom, please.
Absolutely, we'll do our best.
Okay. Then she starts like eating the apple, and you guys can leave.
Once we are far enough away from the child, Eloise is going to say, I think that I'm a little bit worried about her mom.
So, Drillbit and Francois, Halden is continuing to walk this way, trying to maybe get out of the way of somewhere where Jeannie might hear or see.
You are far enough away that she wouldn't be able to hear you, probably. As long as you're like not yelling it.
Yeah. So Eloise and I were looking in those windows, and there seems to be an awful lot of people on the ground in there.
How many is an awful lot?
More than one.
You saw three lumps on the ground.
3 at least.
Well, that's too bad. I guess we don't really know if there's people yet, though. We should go find out.
We don't know that they're people. That does seem like it's the kitchen.
Can I go through the window?
You can go through the window. You would have to roll athletics and then roll to open the window. Athletics to climb up and then to get in.
I rolled a natural 20 on my climbing.
Jesus Christ.
That's at least 23.
Easily get up.
You
easily get up. The DC for that is 12. So you know.
Yeah, I got 25 total, so.
Yeah. So you easily get in.
What am I rolling to get in?
It is another athletics to like pry the window up.
Oh, okay. I rolled another natural 20.
Are you kidding
me?
That's
insane.
Can you look at his dog?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Yep.
Another 25, and I'm just gonna rip the window up off the door, or rip it off by accident, I guess, if I'm allowed.
You like it glides like butter all the way up, and you don't even fall back.
Whoops! And then I'll just pop in the window.
All right.
Actually, given how strong I am, I will offer to help lift people up into the window if they want to come with.
I mean, I guess we're already here. You want to give me
there's a front door, but yes, you can all go there if you'd like.
Seems like we are.
That's what they want us to do, Justin.
I mean, it gave stats in case people wanted to do this, so.
Yeah.
Or it gave like a walkthrough there.
No, you said stats, and I know what you mean.
No, you don't. So the top portion is the larder. And
okay, yeah.
We're going to end here, but you do see that those lumps are bodies.
Right.
Okay. I won't do anything to them this time if we're going to end. I'll just hold off and we'll just pick up right from there next time.
All right, cool. One other thing is the half-open door. Now that you're in, you're able to see that there is another body. So this person does not look like a cook. They look like one of the attendees for the coronation/masquerade. They have
why is he in the larder?
An owl. We'll get to the investigation next time.
Yeah.
Colonel Mustard in the pantry with the candlestick.
There is probably a candlestick in there.
Alrighty.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
That is where we're going to end this. I hope everyone enjoyed, and we'll pick up this game next time.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay,
Thank
bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.